Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back, and as we are coming to the last part of our important program, Reflections, we would like to remind you that we have to go out on the 1st of August to do the sighting of the crescent moon. I will be giving a presentation at the Royal Greenwich Observatory this Saturday, 27th of July, and in the planetarium we're going to have a better understanding of the skies and also the western horizon and how to do the practical observation of the hilal. That's happening at the Greenwich Observatory on 10 a.m. But right now I would like you to look at this important visibility map. Why? Because when you look at this visibility map, it gives you a good understanding, because we want a people to establish a unity on a criteria on the actual sighting of the crescent moon. So as I'm looking at this visibility map, and as you can see it on your screen, look carefully at these colored, because this is very useful information to help you to understand where will the first visibility be. So this easily visible to the unaided eye. As you can see, there is a color which is dark green on your screen, and that means it is easily visible. So firstly, understand that the moon will be born on 1st of August 2019, 3 hours and 11.9 minutes, that is UTC, Universal Time. What we would like you to bear in mind when you're looking at your location, here we are in the UK, and I am seeing on the UK there is no color in the UK, and even I'm looking at the visibility map, and in the whole of Saudi Arabia I don't see any color. So the question is that there are certain information which is very, very accurate. Do you know that on Monday 1st of August that moon is going to be on our horizon in the UK for 35 minutes? It is going to, the moon is going to set in the whole in Saudi Arabia for 30 minutes. So this is going to be a very challenging time, because right now we want to ask ourselves that these colors, and in fact they are giving us a code, and that code means, for those who understand about the moon observation, when you have a certain code, and that F code means it is not possible to sight with the naked eye on the 1st of August. And that is not only in the UK, but even in the whole Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. F means it is not visible, it is below the dungeon limit. So look at this, where there is no color. Below dungeon limit, it is below 7 degrees in the whole of the UK, in the whole of Saudi Arabia. So the 29th of Zulqa'dah this year, it coincides with the 1st of August. I just want you to be very, very clear on this visibility map. Where it is the red color, it means the moon set before sunset. Where there is no color, it means it is below dungeon limit. Where it is yellow, it's only visible with binoculars, conventional telescopes. And as it gets a little bit light green, visible with optical aid. With the unaided eye, it's very difficult to sight it. And when it goes dark green, and dark green, I am looking at parts of South America and North America, it means that on the 1st of August, and this is the beautiful ruling, Sheikh bin Baz rahimahullah, he is also reported to have said, Man qala amma man قال أنه ينبغي أن يكون المعتبر رؤية هلال مكة خاصة فلا أصل له ولا دليل عليه. That is a very important message I would like you to be informed of, because the question will arise, how is it that what if a country declares that they have sighted the moon on the 1st of August? If there is any claim sighting, we are reminding you that it's going to be an impossible sighting. It is below the dungeon limit. And yes, indeed, the age of the moon in Saudi Arabia on 1st of August is going to be around 12 hours. 12 hours, meaning the age of the moon. And to be more accurate, in fact, if you go to HM Nautical Almanac Office, you have the accurate timing of 12 hours and 48 minutes. And the altitude is going to be 6 degrees altitude, and the moon is going to be on the horizon after sunset it is for 30 minutes. So the point I would like to bring to your attention, that we are expecting there may be a sighting, a claimed sighting, a declaration will be made. And you will find that if the month of Dhul Hijjah, if it commences on the 2nd of August, it means that there will be many countries who will follow, and they will follow whatever declarations is made in Saudi Arabia. And then you're going to have the confusion, because there will be those who will be following the Saudi dates, and they will be synchronizing the dates, and they will be doing Eid al-Adha on Sunday. Whereas those who are doing local sightings and those who are trying to establish the effort on reviving this great sunnah to establish our Islamic months on certainty, so that the Eid al-Adha can only be on 10th of Dhul Hijjah, because that is the day when it is wajib to sacrifice the animal. We say qurbani. And that is the reason why, when I'm looking at this visibility map, it shows me very clear that if, for example, إذا ثبتت رؤية الهلال في البلاد الشرقية on the 1st of August, if any country said that they had sighted that crescent moon, then all those countries west of Saudi Arabia, I am looking at whether it is Egypt and Libya and Morocco, and even in South America, for example, it means all those countries, they have to see that same crescent moon 2 hours later, 10 hours later, on the same 1st of August. Now, if there is no sighting on the west of the first claim, the sighting on our east, then there is something wrong somewhere. And that is the reason why we are trying to establish and make it clear that it goes against the logic for the whole world to have a unified date even on Eid al-Adha. So when countries like Pakistan and India and Bangladesh and Morocco, and even I'm looking here in Southern Africa, they are not going to see that crescent moon on the 1st of August. And they will most likely, yes, even though they're going to look for that moon, it is not expected for them to sight it. The F code means it is an impossible sighting. It is below the dungeon limit, below 7 degrees, and they will not see it. So it is not the criteria which we have say for the sighting of the crescent moon, even though it may be on the horizon. But there are other factors which also needs to be taken into consideration. And one factor which is ignored in Saudi Arabia is the altitude. How high is that hilal on the horizon? And another issue is, if it's a 12-hour-old moon, 12 hours and 48 minutes, we have to ask ourselves, what was the record of a sighting of a crescent moon? What was the age of that moon? So we know the new moon time, that is accurate, and we know the age of the moon, that is accurate. So therefore, for those whom want to take benefit from the fast of Yom Arafah, it means you will benefit from that fast. You know what is the reward. يُكَفِّرُ السَّنَةَ الْمَاضِيَ وَالْبَاقِيَ, wipes out 1 year's previous sins, 1 year's coming sin, expiation of sins. So you will need to follow your local sighting. لِكُلِّ بَلَدٍ رُؤْيَتَهُ. And that's why Shaykh bin Baz rahimahullah himself said, whomsoever says that Makkah should be your sighting point, فَلَا أَصْلَ لَهُ وَلَا دَلِيلَ عَلَيْهِ, meaning there is no evidence in the Sharia, in the Quran, in the Sunnah. من قال أنه ينبغي أن يكون المعتبر رؤية هلال مكة خاصة. This is Shaykh bin Baz rahimahullah, and this is the Saudi scholars. So therefore, look at the next day, the visibility of the next day, and that is why we know very clearly that on the next day, when a people are going to do the sighting of the crescent moon, it will be easily visible to sight on the next day. So going to the visibility map of the next day and see the green color, what does it show you? It shows you the entire world on the 3rd of August. Every part of the world I'm looking, it's going to be easily visible with the naked eye. Subhanallah. So on Monday, 1st of August, yes, it's not going to be visible, only in some parts in South America America, and the next day, this moon, if it was 16 hours the previous day, if it's now going to be over 45-hour-old moon, and it's going to be easily visible on the 2nd of August. So we are expecting that the 1st of Zulhijjah, for those who are following the ru'ya and the sighting of the crescent moon, they will commence the 3rd of August based on the sightings, the actual naked eye sightings, and hence to take benefit from the fast of Arafah. Yes, they will do the Yom and the fast of Arafah if it means it coincides with Sunday the 11th of August, and if it means that they do the Eid al-Adha on the 12th of August. Why? Because it is how do we establish the beginning of the month. So the point we would like to make clear to you, that looking at the visibility and looking at the month of Zulhijjah, hence we can point out with confidence that if we really are serious about doing our Eid and animal sacrifice on the date which we are commanded to do, the animal sacrifice on the 10th of Zulhijjah, then we have to do it according to how we establish the beginning of the month. So this ruling of al-hajju kama yahujju nas wa sawmu kama yasumu nas, or yawm al-fitru yawm tuftirun, that hadith has been used, but my understanding that even though it's coming from a scholar, and even though we have Sheikh Haytham that he has been giving this ruling about establishing unity, we are saying that we want unity, that the unity should be with the harmony of the moon astronomical calculations which are conclusive, and also the harmony is the actual going out to do the sighting of the crescent moon. But just to establish and say we want to do unity because we want to follow Saudi Arabia, my understanding is that is not where the unity lies, because already we're going to have confusion. We are saying to you and showing to you, and you can see it on your screen, that on the 1st of August, that crescent moon, it's not going to be possible to be sighted in the whole Mamlakat al-Arabiya al-Saudiya. I'm saying in the whole Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, including those locations where the sightings are always reported from, that Houta and Sudair and Tumair. That is the reason why every year there is confusion. Last year, the age of the moon was 6 hours for Eid al-Adha, for the month of Zulhijjah. This year, the age of the moon is 12 hours 48 minutes in Saudi Arabia. This year in Saudi Arabia, it is, even though that moon is going to set after sunset, 30 minutes is going to be on the horizon, it is still does not meet the visibility criteria. It has an F code, it is below dungeon limit. The altitude, even if you're looking at how high that hilal should be. Hence, for those who are going to follow blindly without understanding, we say the unity. What another point before I need to clarify, Hukmul Hakim Raf'ul Khilaf. Whatever declaration is going to be made there for the Hujjaj, yes, Al-Hajj kama yahujju nas, because Hajj can only be performed in that location, in that place, and the Hakim and the Qadi, when they give a ruling, the Hajj is valid. So no person can challenge whatever declaration is made there. If people are going to stand on Arafat, even though in other parts of the world, they will take benefit from the fast of Arafat on, for example, the Sunday, the day after Saudi Arabia, where people are standing on Arafat. There is no problem with that, because you are following your local country, your local region, your local sighting. And just like how we understand with Morocco, every month they will also declare it. Even the Eid al-Adha would consistently, that is, on the actual naked eye observations, and they will not be able to see it on the 1st of August. And hence, we are expecting also Morocco to start their 1st of Zulhijjah on 3rd of August. So when the moon is sighted, then think about the fadail and the virtues and the greatness of these very special days. And to take benefit from the fast, it has to be on your 9th of Dhul Hijjah. That is how you will benefit from the fast. لِكُلِّ بَلَدٍ رُؤْيَا. And to have your animal sacrifice, it has to be on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah. You cannot just follow blindly. Even the Hujjaj do not have Eid. Eid is not connected to the Hajj. Hajj came later, 9th year after Hijrah. Eid al-Adha came in the 2nd year after Hijrah. So animal was sacrificed, and even from the 1st till the 10th, there is no evidence in our Sharia where there was effort being made for the whole world to follow whatever dates are in Hajj in Makkah. So may Allah Ta'ala give us understanding. May Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq, ability to try to understand where the harmony and the unity lies, is using this great ni'mah and blessing of even if it means the technology, for establishing our Islamic month of Dhul Hijjah with certainty. And therefore, when we're saying, that is where the main point is, establishing it with certainty, so that people, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ, they have to offer the Eid prayer. An animal is only sacrificed after the Eid prayer. Any animal that's sacrificed before the Eid prayer, then there is a big question mark. Is it valid? Is it acceptable to sacrifice an animal before the Eid al-Adha? It is not acceptable. Similarly, for the Hujjaj, when they are there going to pelt the Jamarat, the ruling on the pelting on the 2nd day of pelting and 3rd day of pelting, the sunnah is it has to be pelted anytime after the Zawal. But what happens when people are going and they are pelting before the Zawal time? Just like how we will not break our fast before Maghrib, before sunset, or we will not perform our Maghrib Salah before the sunset. That is the reason why we said the Sharia has laid down this beautiful guiding principle for us to emulate and to follow the beautiful sunnah of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Until my next reflection program, inshallah, we hope again to give you a reminder of how do we try our effort to revive this amazing great sunnah. And there is this campaign of Eid in the park. But when we're doing Eid in the park, we said most important is to do a Eid on the date where you don't have any doubt in it. And it is going to be a great challenge for us again this year. We hope Allah Ta'ala unites our hearts, but we don't despair from the mercy of Allah. I end with this beautiful verse of the Holy Quran. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold on to the rope of Allah, all of you, and do not disunite. So we are saying hold on to the hablullah. And when we hold on to the rope of Allah, it means we hold on to that which is based on the Sharia, meaning the Quran and Sunnah. And we just follow something which is no evidence in it. And again, I end with the statement of Shaykh bin Baz, مَنْ قَالَ أَنَّهُ ينبغي أن يكون المعتبر رؤية هلال مكة خاصة فلا أصل له ولا دليل عليه. Whomsoever says that it is necessary to follow Makkah and to take their sightings as our sightings, لا أصل له, there is no asal, there is no dalil, it is no basis in the Sharia, in the Quran and Sunnah. Until my next reflection program, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.